Hello, everybody, and welcome to A Link to the Past Challenge Cup 2022. We get another exciting race between Polar Bear Bunny and SorcererFinch. Tonight on comms, we got Westside Vendel and Lucian Greeneth. And tracking tonight, we got Lady Laura Delinda. Apologize if I butcher your name. Comms, you got it.
All right. Thank you for the intro, VGD. Starting off early here, we've got Inverted Key Sanity as the mode.
And it's a beautiful mode.
Yeah, and we find our glove in Thieves Town, front of Thieves Town here. So, already a bit more opening up. Oh, speaking of Thieves Town big in C-shaped house.
What are the odds? Not a very good hiding spot for it. Just like, we'll hide next door.
Just like the Village of Outcasts equivalent of leaving it under the doormat. Ooh, Hera big key, interesting.
For those unfamiliar, this Inverted Key Sanity, basically, as you can tell by now, we started off in the Dark World, and standard Key Sanity rules where the keys, maps, and compasses are all shuffled into the general item pool. So you can find a key for any dungeon in any place.
Yep.
The extra wrinkle we have for the tournament this year, for the main tournament and Challenge Cup, is that both players start with an activated flute. So things like Mire Shed and Super Bunny Cave are automatically in logic.
Yeah. Does provide a bit more flexibility to opening routing for Inverted. Neither runner really choosing to take advantage of that so far, but it is still very early in the race. This is the group stages of the Challenge Cup, which is a round-robin format. Every group has 4 runners, and each runner needs to face every other runner in their group twice. Top 2 in each group advance to brackets. This particular group, Polar Bear Bunny, is currently at 2-1, and SorcererFinch at 0-3. So anything can happen. Polar Bear definitely in the thick of it for a bracket berth, however.
Yep, and in their bracket, Robs is sitting at a nice, cool 3-0.
Yep. Does kind of look like a bit of a fight for that second seed, but or for that second berth out of the group. But like I said, anything can happen. There's still a lot of races to be played in that group, so we shall see.
And so we're going to see a bit more of Thieves Town from Polar Bear Bunny. She picked up that Thieves Big before going to Thieves Town, so she's going to show us a little bit more.
Yep. Meanwhile, 1 dig for a Palace of Darkness small key. Dig game being unusually generous.
Yep, and that Palace of Darkness small key. You need 6 to full clear the dungeon logically, but a enterprising player can do it with 4 if they can finesse it.
And there's another Palace of Darkness small key in the attic of Thieves Town. So it does look like the seed is starting to point us in that direction. But again, really, really early.
Yeah, another good wrinkle that flew right off the bat is Pod is available right off the bat.
Yep. Oh, almost. Unfortunately, Sorcerer could not quite dive in time to avoid the Murder Dactyl. Gonna have to try that one again.
Job.
Yeah, that's the other rough thing about Inverted as a mode. Is you are definitely going to have to get real good at dodging things like Murder Dactyls, because the dark overworld assumes you have done a lot of the light overworld, so you have, slightly more hearts. And, weapons.
That's another Pod small, so I think the game's sending us a hint.
Excuse me. We also might end up seeing Arrow Game for some rupees here. I think. Oh wait, well no. Sorcerer using the flute to come over here for Pyramid Ledge and Catfish, which Polar is already on her way up to.
Yeah, Catfish is one of those checks in open and standard mode too, but with inverted and that key or that flutes, it's a pretty quick walk.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that ease of use to get to is reflected in what the effort is worth, because it's a single green rupee.
Yeah, sometimes Catfish doesn't like to play nice. Small? Will be once. So yeah, we got 4 available once Polar Bear Bunny goes to Dig Game. So yeah, laying the pod smalls on thick.
Yep. So, and the thing is, we haven't really seen a lot of rupees yet. Again, like I said, we do need at least 110 to be able to go into Palace of Darkness, because we need to first pay Kiki to follow us, and then pay 100 rupees to get into the door. And getting Kiki to follow you costs 10 rupees a shot if you happen to get hit before you get Kiki to the door.
Yeah, and you don't know anxiety until you pick up Kiki with like 112 rupees.
Yeah. Also, nice rupee count for Sorcerer. Yep. Moving on. Here's one of the other changes Inverted makes to the world, as it were. Up here on Death Mountain. Obviously, we're going to have the portal there to Light Death Mountain. But what we are also going to have, you might have noticed, that staircase there, because this is where Aga Tower is in Inverted. So Aghanim's Tower, not in Hyrule Castle anymore, instead where Ganon's Tower used to be, and Ganon's Tower is now where Aga used to be.
Yeah, no one really seems to be too concerned by Ganon's Tower just being right there on top of Hyrule Castle.
Yeah. Seeing some Skull Woods here out of Polar Bear as well.
Yeah, usually with Key Sanity, because dungeons are really hard to clear this early in the game. So right now you're just trying to make those density checks. Like double dipping dungeons in Key Sanity is not as taxing as it would be in open standard.
Yeah. Yeah, you kind of have to go into Inverted and or Key Sanity with the expectation that you're going to be going into dungeons that you can't full clear a lot. Sorcerer farming up bombs here.
It's a good place to do it. For those who don't know, the bush to the right in front of and slightly to the left of that brewery has a 50-50 chance to produce a bomb when you pick it up or slash it or whatever you do with it.
Polar looking for some more rupees here, so he's going to continue out the dig game for the majority of the timer. That's a lamp in Hype Cave.
Hype Cave produced something.
Yep. Compass of Thieves Town, not exactly useful in this mode. Would be useful in one of the other Challenge Cup / main tournament modes. MC Boss Shuffle, which is maps and compass shuffled, and then boss is randomized, And the reason why is because of a recent change made to the randomizer itself, where compasses will now show you what boss is waiting for you in a boss shuffle dungeon.
Yeah,
And
very
of course,
nice.
not useful in this mode because the bosses aren't shuffled. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say it was a very useful addition to the game. Much less important.
All right.
Cast open in the dungeon.
Yep.
Also, polar bears resetting the enemies.
Yeah, not a lot of way in the way of weapons, so you gotta kind of get creative with avoiding them. Does manage to do it. All right, so now we'll see what the game was telegraphing so hard with the early House of Darkness small keys.
Yeah, you gotta think, like, obviously you need 6 keys to put the entire dungeon, quote-unquote, in logic, but... Ooh, money.
A lot of rupees there. Puts us most of the way towards Zora when we finally get to Light World.
Oh man, the SorcererFinch is dancing with the Gibdos.
Yep. Oh, okay. I lost track of his sprite. My bad. I was about to say, unfortunately gets wall mastered, but no. I'm just not. I'm just blind, apparently. Don't mind me.
You're blind. How'd you get into the comm booth? You should be in Thieves Town.
Yep.
But
I was going to try and come up with a pun, but then I just decided not to. Oh, Source Run. Actually, that may have been intentional. Oh, Fire Rod. Hello. Fire Rod definitely gonna be important at some point during this seed. Map of Thieves Town. Well, that will give us some information if Polar Bear decides to check her map after coming out of this dungeon. Small key to Ganon's Tower. And, you know, just a 5th Palace of Darkness small key in a pretty vanilla-ish spot.
So interesting move by SorcererFinch. He stole the key from the left side of the middle of Skull Woods and is using that to go deeper into the beginning section. So SorcererFinch will have to find one Skull Woods small out in the wild if it turns out Skull Woods is necessary.
So yeah, we'll keep an early pin in that particular routing decision. You know, Palace of Darkness has had quite a few maps in it so far to go with that Fire Rod.
Moon Pearl. That's what the game was telling us to do.
Yep. All right, so there's a flute. We are gonna go check Meyer here.
Okay, it looks like Meyer is Bombos.
Yep, I was about to say. I think I saw a red crystal on Thieves there on that map check. That is about all I managed to catch there.
Blue crystal on swamp.
That might have been ice. I didn't see the swamp map.
Blue ice. Okay.
Yeah.
I was in the neighborhood. I mean, swamp ice. What's the difference? They're both water.
Yeah. All right. So Polar Bear about to get her lamp out of this hype cave here. SorcererFinch, meanwhile, gonna go ahead and rescue the old man, which in inverted does require a bit of a trek through the Dark World Mountain.
Now, I'm curious if there's something extra in Palace Darkness back in the Dark Maze, because with that lamp puts the Dark Maze in logic.
Oh, you're absolutely correct. Yeah.
And without a sword and coming in from either the back from a hammer jump or even from the front with no sword, that is a rough ask of a lot of players.
Yeah. All right. Old man with a map of Tower of Hera. Not bad. And perfectly logical, too. It is going to be a blue crystal today. We also, speaking of swords, did see one just taunting us on top of Spectacle Rock.
Yeah, no hook shot, no hammer makes that mocking us.
All right.
One of the quote-unquote fun parts of Inverted, there's no necessarily easy way up to Hera, since you can't mirror up to Spec Rock. You gotta go down all around, check Spiral Cave and Mimic Cave along the way.
Yep. Alrighty. Sorcerer now gonna... Oh, we hadn't seen... Oh, did Sorcerer just... Oh, I think Sorcerer just decided not to do this because he took a Murderdactyl death. I think is what happened is... Yeah, okay. Oh my goodness. The jukes. The repeated jukes. Well done. Unfortunately, if I remember correctly, not a lot of payoff. Nope. Oh, Polar Bear taking a death. Oh. Oh. Ho, ho, ho. That's rude.
What got her? I didn't catch it.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure she got hit by a cabbage on Light Death Mountain.
Oh, that's the worst.
Yeah, and yeah. So yeah, have fun climbing all of Death Mountain in the dark again.
And someone at Nintendo was feeling pretty rude when they designed Death Mountain.
Well, I mean, it's called Death Mountain, not Mild Inconvenience Mountain.
That is true.
Looking for another heart here to give a little bit more death cabbage insurance. Not finding any, unfortunately.
Meanwhile, SorcererFinch is about to be greeted by a small flurry of pod smalls.
All right. Polar getting bullied by the boulders on Death Mountain again. Just has to wait some of them out.
Careful, Finch. Okay.
Okay.
Well, those things hit like freight trains.
Yeah. One of the other... I would call that one of the... the one of the other roadblocks to inverted is that hallway. If you aren't good at dodging them, or the RNG decides to be mean, those crickets pack a punch.
Again, I'm going back to like the design of this game. Like, what should two of the hardest hitting enemies in the game be? Crickets and crabs.
Yep. All right.
Yes, I think Polar Bear Bunny is kind of reading my mind from earlier. I think she's feeling the pull of Dark Maze.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair though, off the top of my head, I don't really think she has a whole lot much else she can check.
That's true.
Because we haven't found either of the castle tower keys, so there's only one check there.
Which I don't think either of them have checked yet.
No.
Also, Super Bunny's available.
This is true. All right. So yeah, we need to either start seeing some castle tower smalls, or we need to see actually we only need one of glove or hammer for full light world access.
Alright, Polar Bear Bunny is breaking on an important piece of key sanity tech.
Yep. The good old hammer yump, nicely lined up. Oh, we don't have the big key for Palace of Darkness. That's unfortunate.
There's a bottle.
Bottle, all right. So that'll be a check once we can get to Kakariko.
Okay, so it looks like that's it for Pod. So I think our answer is going to be up on Death Mountain.
Interesting. Oh.
Unless Polar Bear Bunny's got some different ideas. Maybe she's
I was
refilling
about
health.
to say. And as chat points out, yes, we had 5 Palace of Darkness smalls really early in the seed. Granted, 4 of them were in the greater world. One of them was vanilla-ish spot in Palace of Darkness itself, which we might be about to see from Sorcerer. I haven't been paying attention to his Palace of Darkness so far. Yeah, he hasn't even gone back here yet. So we'll be seeing where that 5th Palace of Darkness small is shortly. Ooh.
Oh, Skullwood, duh.
Oh yeah, we did get that fire rod, didn't we?
Okay, so this is bold. Going up against 4 Heart Mothula?
Well, she can't because she doesn't have a sword.
Right, that thing.
Now, that being said, she can absolutely get to the back of Skullwoods and check the chest in there. Because that is not blocked by the vine. But, that would be incredibly rude and completely on brand for Sahabot. So there's absolutely something there that we need.
Yeah, Sahabot is a cruel god. A little too far to the left. Nope, never mind.
Nope. Not gonna. Okay, there we go. Just took the scenic route. I was about to say, are you not gonna get a magic refill? All right, there is the refill and the Wallmaster for a free ride back to the entrance.
Yeah, the unusually helpful Wallmaster.
Yep. Yeah, Skull Woods is one of those places where the wall masters can actually be helpful instead of annoying. Just about anywhere else you spot a wall master is is avoid at all costs, but Skull Woods every once in a while can be helpful.
We still don't know if it's a crystal. If it's a crystal, like I said, sorcerer. What is that?
Castle Tower Small. Oh, gross.
But like I said, SorcererFinch took that free key from the pot in the left side and used that to open up checks in the beginning of Skullwood. So if that is a crystal, Finch is going to need to find one Skullwood small out in the wild.
Well, they may have to find one Skullwood Small out in the wild now, because Castle Tower Small Key was in the back of Skull Woods. So this could get very painful for Sorcerer very quickly.
Cards dropping the magic that she just spent.
Nice. All right, so a Misery Mire Small. Oh.
Oh, what is this seed so far?
A mess. All right, so what's this going to be? That's going to be our hammer. There's our Light World access, which... gross. There's that Moon Pearl for Sorcerer there. So now the question is, where's that Skullwood Small going to be? Because it's got to be somewhere, because I don't think that that key steal that Sorcerer did is in logic. So there's got to be a Skull Small somewhere that we haven't seen yet.
Yeah, it's general rule of thumb is key stealing is generally not a great idea. Especially in key sanity mode, it can lead up to a lot of pitfalls.
Yep. Case in point.
And namely, that really applies to Desert and Skull Woods.
Oh, Sorcerer, buddy. Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, bush crab with 20 rupees. Not bad. Not bad
That's
at all.
not bad. I got our first look at TR.
Yep.
Quake. With that said, the front entrance of TR is not as important in Inverted.
Yep, because you can climb up the turtle's tail to get to the portal.
Yep, you can also hop down to Mimic Cave from the Light World now. And
that was the one that's important there. Sorry.
Yeah, that's a very common.
We did find the Swamp Palace Small Key there, so that's nice. In Mini Moldorm.
And then lastly, you can also get right to Laser Bridge from Light Death Mountain as well. So if you're crafty with your Triple Rock routing, you can skip that front entrance entirely.
Yeah, so it is entirely possible. All right, so Sorcerer, fake flippering.
Taking the Ice Rod or Fire Rod to Ice Palace.
Okay. Ooh, doesn't have any magic to go with that Fire Rod though. And hookshot in Ice Rod Cave. The rich get richer here for Polar Bear, unfortunately. So that Skull Woods Small could very well be an ice palace, but Sorcerer needs to find a source of magic to be able to use his ice rod.
Could need to pick up from the back of the middle of Skullwoods.
Alrighty, so Polar Bear gonna, as chat correctly points out, Polar Bear heading back up Death Mountain here to check out Hookshot Cave with that newly acquired hookshot.
Or not.
Or not be as lucky in avoiding the Lionels as Sorcerer was. That's also a thing that can happen.
Yeah, I think that might be like the roughest thing this version of the inverted keys can ask of you.
Yeah.
Is to go up against those Lionels with low health.
Yeah.
If Sorcerer's something for magic, like there's a full magic refill in Skullwoods. Oh, nice catch by Polar Bear.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Sorcerer could also just be like running back through the mental list and going, okay, what did I miss here? Because they are now going back into Thieves Town. Where, as we know, he doesn't have access to anything right now. Polar Bear could technically get to the big chest because she has the hammer. But unfortunately, Sorcerer, that is not an option for him. At this point, he just needs to find some magic and get into that Ice Palace, I think. That's where his progression is going to lie, and it's going to be that Skullwood Small to make up for the one he stole. There's our palace. Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. All right, so Polar Bear continuing to check Kakariko here. Gonna be turning in that bottle back to Lazy Kid as whatever mind going to the right.
Yeah, having what we got? Do we get both? Yeah, we got both Castle Tower keys, so checking Lumberjack might be a good idea.
Yeah. Granted, we still need to find the boots before Lumberjack is in logic, but does kind of color your perception of the next little bit of the scene. It's just a shield, though, so we do not need to do Aga 1. Looks like Sorcerer is finally heading back to Skull Woods. Hopefully just going, oh, hey, the magic refill is back here.
Might spend death to refill his health.
Yeah. All right, back of escape coming for Polar Bear. All right. Piece of heart. And there's our first sword at 35 minutes in. Welcome to Inverted. Life is pain.
Yep.
Also, it's very rare you see these rooms outside of a standard opening, but Inverted making it so that this is the logical way to get here.
Yeah, Inverted makes us do some weird things sometimes.
Yeah. Ice Palace Small there in Sanctuary. Sorcerer now going to have to do some dancing with Gibdos again. Trying to get to that magic back there. Does actually need to kill, there we go, kill an enemy or two so that we don't run into the sprite limit problem.
Let's play it safe.
Yep. Could technically go grab the small magic decanter from that top left pot and maybe kill a Gibdo to alleviate a little bit of the dancing. Unfortunately, does get tagged by one before he can think about that. We also see Powder in Blind Hideout in Kakariko.
Those Gibdos.
Yeah. They're rough regardless, much less in a situation like in this inverted key sanity where you're on 4-heart green male. Really wish I could just nudge him over. Keep going up. Keep going up.
All right, we got it.
Got it. Yep. And now part 2. Gotta just bomb and wait for this wall and not get hit by anything. All right, there we go. There's our magic refill. Excuse me. All right, SorcererFinch continuing to move forward here. And I am amazed nobody corrected me saying he needs to go find another Skullwood Small, because he doesn't to get to that chest, which is what we need.
Yeah, he'll need a small to get the Mothula if it comes to that. But yeah, the chest will be checkable.
Yep.
All right, so up the mountain, SorcererFinch goes.
Meanwhile, Lazy Kid only giving us his beloved red boomerang for that empty bottle we found.
Right now, Finch is going back to Ice Palace.
Well, I mean, knowing what we know from the booth, ouch, but there's still a few things he can check here. And remember, we only need one of 2 items to get to Dark World, and there's a few more checks here than the 2 checks in Castle Tower.
Yeah.
Granted, it's going to be a little bit painful to get there because Fire Rod is his only weapon, and he needs to kill 6 Pin Gators in this room. So you're gonna run out of magic, my man. Yeah. Could also bomb the Pin Gators, but still, it's a hard ask. Oh, he's going back to Skull to get another magic refill and do it again. Oh. Oh. Seems to have thought better of it. Maybe remembered some other check.
Meanwhile, Polar Bear Bunny gets some bombs. I'm guessing she was running slow.
Yeah, she did not have any, actually, so... Gotta check Saha's hut, which, yes, you would need a bomb for.
Yeah.
Alright. Grabs the magic decanter there.
Yeah, if you think about it, Saha's kind of a jerk. He seals up a wall that has 3 items in it. Plus, if he's wanting progression, like, why is he waiting for you to just screw around in the pendant? He can just give it to you.
Right, we do get a little bit of information from him, useful in key sanity. Desert Palace is going to be our green pendant.
And we found Saha's beloved bug-catching net.
Indeed. And that's why he locks up to 3 items, because they're his. He doesn't want some jerk in a tunic taking them from him.
Well, this jerk in the tunic is about to save Hyrule.
This is also fair.
Like, desperate times call for desperate measures.
Indeed. Alright, so I think Sorcerer has finally decided to make the play up Castle Tower here. Gonna get that hammer.
That's good. Looks like Polar Bear is giving us a look at Uncle.
Alright. Do gotta say, interesting little layout so far. We'll see if this seed has any more dastardly tricks up its sleeve here as we continue.
After making that trip for bombs, we find out that the stun prize is 8 bombs.
That's that's about par for the course for this game. I don't know why I'm flinching at that. That really should be expected at this point. All right. Might as well go ahead and finish up Escape while we're here. Three more checks. All right, yep. Enjoy that hammer, Sorcerer. Yeah. Gonna go ahead and take a Death Warp here.
Let's enjoy that hammer, may death come swiftly to your enemies.
All right, gonna flute out. And head for Kakariko via this portal here. All right. Map of Desert Palace, which we already know to be the green pendant from talking to Sahasrara.
Man, this scene, it feels like it's just in the mood to, like, whatever you choose to do, it's gonna slap you in the face for it 30 seconds later.
Yep. You're wrong. Yeah. The legend, the Link to the Past randomizer equivalent of Gilbert Gottfried shouting "You fool" at you for 10 minutes.
I just saw that clip recently. That I loved it.
Yeah. I still just remember both contestants, like, at one point get fooled, and like they visibly had to restrain themselves from getting up out of the chair and like storming the stairs, storming the ladder to get to Gilbert.
Rest in peace, Gilbert.
Yep.
I like to compare the scene to the clip of The Simpsons where Sideshow Bob just keeps stepping on the rakes.
Yeah, that's also a pretty good comparison. Sahabat definitely, speaking, not that I'm speaking from personal experience or anything for people who watched the previous action on ZSR today, but Sahabat definitely choosing violence today, it appears. More so than he usually does. Well, that's against our big key in Dark Cross.
At some point.
Which is honestly kind of a weirdly rude place to put it, given what we know about this seed.
I mean, 45 minutes in, I'm as close to understanding the seed as I am to telling you how rockets are made. I don't know, something equally as complicated.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not rocket surgery. It's an inverted seed. At any rate, Polar Bear with the Goomba Stomp.
I might not be the sharpest knife in the crayon box, but...
Alright, so... Gonna get to see Light Death Mountain here.
Yeah, a bit of a treasure trove of checks.
Yeah, at least 7 here in Paradox.
Then we got 1 in the Mimic Cave, and then 1 in Spiral Cave.
And then Floating Island, because it is connected to Death Mountain in Inverted.
Yep, correct.
All right. Ether. So, the one medallion we don't need.
Because again, this seed is just out to mess with people.
Yep. All right. Nice setup for that bomb jump there. Well done. As we're kind of seeing Sorcerer just repeat Polar Bear's checks, I think that would be a good time to say, don't forget to follow our runners. Thanks to them for allowing themselves to be restreamed here. We also got our crew and tracker here. And Master Sword there for Polar, which we already knew about, to be fair, but still worth noting.
Oh, looks like I forgot to add my Twitch channel name to my sign up. Oh well.
All right.
Trust me, you're not missing anything.
We did find a Quake medallion in the sub-basement of Tower of Hera, by the way, and there is Arcane of Berna.
I think they will put Spike Cave in Logic now.
It would, yes. The amount of hearts we have, the amount of bottles we have, and Berna is going to put Spike Cave in Logic. Oh, Book of Medora in Cave 45. Hello. That is actually notable because that is our only Desert Palace access. Because you can't use the back door in Inverted. Big key to Turtle Rock in the big chest of Tower of Hera. And Ricky of Kikiri on top of things, getting that oversight fixed for us. And rerunning the commentator's command.
Ricky
much.
Kikiri. But again, I must reiterate, you're not missing much. but I do appreciate it.
All right, and now we get our first boss fight of the seed. We're gonna. Oh boy! Polar Bunny versus not falling down the middle hole. Also, Moldorm's here.
Moldorm's on both.
There we go. And small key to Ice Palace. And our first crystal at 50 minutes, 55 seconds in for Polar Bear. All right. So, Polar Bear are going to be leaving that ether tablet behind for a bit because we aren't going to... she does not have the Book of Medora on Cave 45.
Yeah, two of the best... Because I did some asking around earlier this week in the Discord. There's just no real easy way to go about these checks here on Inverted Light Mountain.
No.
Because you gotta go all the way up, drop down the...
Speaking of Spiral Cave, nothing there.
Yeah, looks like we're foregoing Mimic Cave for now, so we'll see if that comes back later in the game.
All right, heading into Light World via the Swamp Portal is going to be Polar Bear now.
And
Hopefully
right behind
decides-
her is Finch.
Yep. Hopefully she decides to check Cave 45 here.
Looks like it.
Yep. Is going to need that book more than likely. Well,
Also for
Desert
people...
is a green pendant.
Yeah, it's true. Also for people unfamiliar with the Key Sandy mode, you can go into the bomb shop and talk to the clerk. He will tell you where the 5 and 6 crystals are. Oh, did not go to K45.
Uh-oh. Did, however, find a tempered sword in the dig spot, though.
Inverted keys? The inverted keys is the mode we're playing right now. So basically you start in the dark world instead of the light world. And the all the keys are, yeah, Mr. VGDs. Summing up a lot quicker than what I was saying.
Yeah. It's honestly kind of hard to give a back-of-the-box summary for inverted Key Sanity. You just kind of have to experience it. Case in point. Hey, look, Checkerboard Cave.
Oh,
and
that's right.
there is our fourth sword.
With that said, if Poor Bear goes the rest of the game without ever checking Checkerboard Cave, I think she'll be fine.
Yeah. Yeah. Tempered versus gold, not that big of an issue, I don't think. Oh, Mirror in Hookshot Cave. Hello. And big key to Eastern Palace. And big key to Skull Woods. Oh, no. And 20 rupees.
Okay, so Hookshot Cave has some goods.
Yes. All right. SorcererFinch in Green Pendant Desert. Let's see what it's got for us. We got a heart container, and that's going to be it. Or a pizza heart, excuse me. We also can get into... No, we can't. We don't have Canis Mari. I apologize. Okay, yeah, open it while you're here, but you're not going to be able to do anything just yet.
She can get to the light world. She can get in through Laser Bridge or the center if she
right
that route.
But like, yeah, but not going to be able to do anything through the intro. Excuse me? Today I learned that's the thing.
Wow. Good heads up play.
And apparently she's so well known for that, that's one of her emotes. Nice. Right, we are going to see that spike cave check here. Good use of the hook shot to avoid some damage. And now Cane of Berna for the rest of the way. Not before doing me a little bit of an anxiety attack by going all the way down to 1 heart. And all of that for 10 arrows.
As is tradition, until it's not.
All right.
Because I've had a couple derailed by progression Spike Cave.
Yeah, I had practice seed the other day derailed by I forget what exactly like I had 2 seeds in a row this weekend with progression on Spike Cave. It was rather painful.
So it looks like Polar Bear is opting to fight blind.
Makes sense. Can get to the boss.
Yeah, well, she'll
Does
be
not have
that
small though for the big chest. So it's an item plus a crystal we need. So, and it's 1/2 of the 5/6 crystals. So.
Yeah, I'm speaking from my own personal place. I'm always real partial to orphaning that big chest.
And honestly, it might also be a question of she knows we need to kill blind anyway, and just needs some time to think through next moves. So might as well just do something useful while you're trying to think on that, and just kill a boss.
Yeah. Also, I'm dealing with some significant lag here.
Well, it's been okay on my end, but we'll keep an eye on that situation as it progresses. All right. Maiden for Polar Bear. Heading back up the stairs.
One of my favorite things to point out, if you take the long way around out of the basement, if you fall in the pit, Lion will jump in with you, and like that is dedication to the craft.
Yeah, that's yeah. Nice little method acting there. Really get commitment to character. All right. Doesn't quite hit the script, but a pretty clean blind fight anyway.
Meanwhile, SorcererFinch finds his Master Sword. He's going to be showing us a check we haven't seen yet.
There's our last Palace of Darkness key, by the way.
Nice. So once we find that bow, Palace of Darkness will be full clearable.
All right, so that is 3 bombs on Ether Tablet. I mean, that's cool, I guess.
Still no confirmation on Skullwoods. That's the one I'm really
Was that 3 pod smalls in Thieves Town? I believe it was, yes.
It was, yeah. So we had 3 in Thieves Town, 1 vanilla-ish, 1 on Dig Game. I forgot what the 6th one is.
It looks like we are also going to see Mothula kill here. Eventually. Just a piece of heart there.
Looks like Sorcerer is setting up for the Harapot and nails it.
Nicely done.
Yeah, that is a little trick that really pays dividends in Key Sandy mode.
Yeah. Especially if you can do it with the bomb setup, because then you just need the hook shot as opposed to needing hook shot and boots.
Yeah, and I know for a while, up until I think last year, like middle of last year, setting up with the bomb method was pretty tricky, involving buffers. But the Philippot, I think named for the person who discovered is Philistia, really made that a lot easier.
Making quick work of the Gibdos and Torch puzzle there is Polar. Nicely done. And need to kill this Gibdo for the key. Through we go.
Yeah,
and we actually don't know what Mothula is here yet, so this is actually going to be crucial, because if Mothula has progression or it's a crystal, or, both. Okay, that could, I mean, there's still a slight possibility it could be a problem for SorcererFinch, but the item being a bust and it being red pendant, moves the needle back to not very concerning for Sorcerer's decision to do that key steal earlier.
Well, I'm glad, because you never want to see Raze be decided by something like that.
Yeah. And as we do reach the 1 hour mark, there's another drop of the commands for your following needs for both the racers and the crew here. Myself and Lady Laura Linda on tracking, and myself and Lucian on comms is what I meant to start saying, and then for some reason pivoted to talking about tracking.
Good. And we get confirmation that Pod is our other 5-6 crystal.
Alrighty then. Oh, gonna see Mimic Cave here from Sorcerer, so we'll see what this is. I don't think we've seen this from Polar yet either.
Nope. Ah, it's a piece of heart.
We are gonna see Polar get her Book of Medora though. Now, granted, from what we've seen, that doesn't get us anything yet. Unless there's something buried in desert still.
Oh.
Because I think we've seen both tablets now from Sorcerer, correct?
I believe so.
Yep, and then there was just a piece of heart in desert. We have not found Desert Small yet. Or the boots to be able to get onto the torch. So what all do we have left that we haven't seen yet is what I'm trying to puzzle through right now. Swamp.
Yeah,
but
Swamp
we need
is...
flippers.
Oh, yeah. Laser Bridge. Laser Bridge and the back half of Turok.
Yeah. Which I think is what Sorcerer is setting up for right now. Oh, nope, looks like he's gonna get the smorgasbord on Hookshot Cave here.
Thanks. With that mirror, Turtle Rock routing becomes very interesting in this mode.
Oh, I don't think we've seen the big chest of Eastern yet, have we? Actually, have we seen Eastern at all?
Yeah, I don't think
we've seen Eastern at all, no. Another one of those just inverted things where you're like, have we seen Eastern at all at 1 hour and 6 minutes in?
What even is Eastern Palace?
Yeah.
I think it sounds like you're making that up.
Yep. Gonna get the information here. Just a big 20 on Desert Torch. So if there is anything in Eastern, it's going to be locked behind that small key. Or not Eastern, Desert, I'm sorry.
And I mentioned earlier, looks like Polar Bear did not go for Checkerboard Cave.
Right.
No major loss to her, but
yeah,
you know, she was also right there.
Yeah, this is true. And again, if you're not used to inverted, it may not be one of those things that trips in your mind. Because normally, for you to do Checkerboard Cave, you know, in a regular seed, you have to flute to 6, run through the Dark World, and then mirror. And if you're not in, like, 100% at, oh yeah, we're an inverted mindset, you're sitting there in Light World going, Checkerboard Cave, oh, but I'm going to have to flute and walk back around. Might have just been one of those, you know, which isn't to say it might not have been a deliberate decision on Polar Bear's part to be like, well, I'm coming to this a little bit later than I really would have wanted. If it's here, I'm in trouble already, so let's go do something else. Or it could have been, you know, it like I said, could have just been a momentary thing of forgetting you're in inverted, and that's just a walk away.
I'd be willing to bet that a lot of the people participating in this Challenge Cup and main tournaments, I'm also speaking from my own experience, not a whole lot of experience with inverted modes before this, so a lot of this could be fresh information to a lot of people.
Yep.
Because I think before this tournament, I've done maybe 1-2 inverted seeds tops.
Yeah, because it does have a bit of I would venture so far as to say as inverted has a bit higher of a skill floor than other modes of the randomizer, because again, you know, you start in that Dark World with 3 hearts and green mail, where most overworld enemies in the Dark World are going to kill you if you look at them funny. So if you're not good at enemy dodging, you're going to have a bad time. If you're not good at low percent blind or mothula, in a lot of cases in inverted, you're going to have a bad time. So, you know, your first couple of inverted seeds are going to be rough. All right. So we're going to see Mimic Cave here from Polar Bear as well.
I'm good idea to be to mirror and head into the middle of Turtle Rock from here.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and that's exactly what she's doing. Mirror is out, so we are going to see Turtle Rock now. More than likely, the progression we seek is here, and yep, immediate red cane.
Right on the other side of the Samaria pit.
That is Wow. Woo lads. Alrighty. That is the peak hashtag just inverted things right there. Good gracious.
I was about to say it seems that joke.
Man alive, that is a spicy meatball right there. The second castle tower key. Hey, go do angle 1. It might be important.
Oh, inverted, you cruel mistress.
All right. Did have the one Turtle Rock small, so we are going to proceed further into the back of Turtle Rock and see Laser Bread. Maybe. Get a little bit lost on the way, but, you know, back of Turtle Rock coming up here. All right. Oh, there's our boots on Laser Bridge.
Very nice.
Map of Swamp, which I don't think we know that information yet. Are unable to logically deduce that yet.
So I guess Trinex was just hoarding all the information about Swamp Palace. Maybe he's just really into it.
Yeah. All right.
Where to from here?
Oh, is she gonna check pedestal?
I guess, might as well. Although we still have that middle section of Turtle Rock, so if you do it right, there's 2 more checks you can get to. And they also have that Samaria now, so actually everything except Trinex is available.
Right, and this is going to be the pedestal check. Or not, never mind. Where are you going?
Lumberjack? We already checked Lumberjack.
Yeah. Yeah, we saw Polar check Lumberjack earlier. Maybe double checking it? No. This seems like a rather roundabout way to get the Bonk Rocks, possibly. Yeah, not sure what the... That was a bit of a roundabout way, but the results are results.
Finch is showing us Smith Chain. Also showing us a nice little oddity of inverted mode, where you can, without Titan's Mitts, you can actually warp in right on top of Jeremiah the blacksmith. Jeremiah the bullfrog.
Yeah. And get a net loss of 5 rupees. Cool. Thanks for that, Jeremiah.
What a jerk.
Yeah.
Jeremiah is not...
Yeah, we were both going there. Yeah, he is no longer a very good friend of mine after that.
I'm gonna drink my wine by myself.
Yeah. There is no joy in this world. For any of the boys and girls.
And none for the fishes in the big blue sea.
This entire chain has given joy to you and me, at least. Probably not for chat, but... Alright. Looks like we are going to see Zora's Domain here from Polar Bear. So we're going to see at least the Zora checks. Or the King of Scams himself.
I'm hitting some lag again. Am I still coming through?
Yes, you are. We've got a map on Zora Ledge, so we're not going to need that, I don't think. I think we have enough information to deduce what's going on here. All right, so Wheel of Zorality, turn. What is the life lesson that we're going to learn today? Oh, that's a big key. To Ice Palace.
That, references going on this seed.
Yes. You put it back. Chat, not a fan of that big key. Which, you know, I can see it. But that is going to have Polar Bear heading for Ice Palace now. Should have a slightly easier go at it than Sorcerer did earlier in the seed. That is, if she can hit this fake flipper. There we go. So yeah, actually, Ice Palace still not in logic because we need the flippers still. So Eastern ?
Yeah, both players seem to not be a fan of Eastern today.
All right, hook shot, tempered, whole bunch more options for dealing with these pin gators than Sorcerer had. There's our bow.
Definitely going Eastern now. And Pod.
Yep.
What was that? Yeah, we got both.
Yep. Granted, we do not yet know if Eastern is our last pendant or is one of the crystals. But Pod, definitely a crystal. Definitely something we need. Trying to set up Icebreaker here is Polar Bear. Got it. Nice bufferless, too. And they're silvers!
Oh, back-to-back bows.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Double bow madness.
Oh man, that is a thing. There's a small key to Ganon's Tower. That is 2 Ganon's Tower smalls we have now found. We have also found the Ganon's Tower big in Dark Cross. It's Titans!
And mids, wow. Ice Palace, baby.
Wow.
I didn't get Ice Palace anything.
Wow.
Yeah, Shinmaru's got it. It's the nice palace.
Yeah. This rate, Polar Bear is gonna beat Cold Stare and get warped to the Triforce room somehow.
At this point, yeah. No, Buttersword is gonna be a checkerboard cave late bit.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Yeah, I'll say at this point, it might still have butter. There's the rare 5th sword.
Yes. This Ice Palace is so good, it breaks the logic of the randomizer. Let's see here.
It turns out we're also playing a Lightspeed seed.
Yep. I suppose Polar Bear could just be working off the assumption that Turtle Rock is a crystal and is trying to find Ice Rod.
Yeah. But at this point, you got Pod and Eastern available to you.
Because let's see here. We've got what we need for Swamp. We've got what we need for Palace of Darkness.
Ooh, Polar Bear's gonna be careful here. Alright, she's got it.
Yeah, about the only item it looks like we're gonna need is gonna be Ice Rod if we have to kill Trinex. Unless I'm missing something.
Yeah, 'cause I think we're set on. Well, Polar is gonna need to find one more TR small.
Oh, we could possibly need Bombos if Meyer is a crystal. That's a good catch by our tracker.
Yep.
All right. Polar Bear gonna go ahead and clean up Palace of Darkness and Eastern here.
Yeah, no reason not to.
Yep. I would imagine we are about to find flippers relatively early in Eastern.
Yeah, that would make sense. Unless it's in some tucked away in some overworld check somewhere.
And by the way, the flippers would put Waterfall Cave in logic because we didn't see that from Polar Bear because she didn't. She walked up to Zora's domain.
All right. Well, that's her second TR small.
Okay.
We also have a good chunk of TR still, so we could have a Ice Rod in TR scenario.
Oof. Yep. Good old Ice Rod that can be in like 215 out of 216 locations in the game. Again, just one of those inverted things where we're seeing Lost Woods being checked at an hour and 23 minutes in.
Yeah, inverted's fun like that sometimes.
All right. Well, if Eastern's going to give up the goods, it needs to do it here shortly. That is not the goods. That is 10 bombs. Okay. Small key. Acquired, and gonna be heading to where the big key is normally in vanilla.
Let's see if I find anything of note here. Nothing's really shown up so far.
There's the Tower of Hera's small key. Hey, guess what? Hera Basement is now in logic. Ew.
Oh boy, the dream.
Alright, so... our flippers are in Graveyard Ledge.
That makes sense.
That should put Ice Palace
Right.
back at the forefront of Sorcerer's mind, but we'll see what he decides to do next. Yeah, no, that's
No,
never happened
Shimaro.
to anybody in the history of Rando ever, Shimaro. No. Absolutely not. Our third Ganon's Tower small. Okay. And our fourth crystal for Polar Bear. And the immediate mirror, and we're going to clean up Palace of Darkness here. Starting with these bow locked checks here. Couldn't get to these earlier because we did not have the bow nor a potion to be able to do the potion camera unlock here. Of note, I forgot to even mention this. Eastern was a crystal, so that does reduce the possibility that we're searching for Bombos or Ice Rod. Granted, we are going to need to see... I think we are going to need to see one of those two at this point. We have not yet figured out which of those two we need. Oh, we are seeing Swamp Palace from Sorcerer here. I did not see what was in the chest in front that usually has the Swamp Palace small. Just rupees, thank you to our tracker.
And depending on how long it takes for Polar Bear to get to those flippers, this could be a chance for the Sorcerer to play some catch up.
Yeah. Granted, again, Polar Bear is kind of butting up against not having checks remaining here otherwise. But we'll see what decides to play out here. Tempered and Silver's Helmsar King should fall over in relatively short order. Meanwhile, over on Sorcerer's side, bombs! Hooray! And bombs again for Helmsar King. Which wasn't Palace of Darkness Tower, they're 5-6 actually, now that I think about it.
It was.
Yeah. So we now have a Waterfall, or Pyramid Fairy, to contend with as well.
Alright, I think that's some semblance of a connection back.
Okay. Okay. Polar Bear decides why not, picking up that sword there. Alrighty. Yeah. A bit of a technical hiccup on my end, and caught up just in time to see that desert big key. Nice.
Alright, so it looks like Polar Bear's gonna be checking the front of TR, see if anything shows up there.
Don't have the swamp big yet, so that's going to remain a mystery for now. Sorcerer does not have the Cane of Samaria, so gonna have to go the long way around here and drain the pool, so, as it were.
Yeah, Bomb Diver down is can be some tricky business.
Yeah. I keep forgetting Bomb Diver down is the thing because Cane of Samaria is just so much easier to set up. For me, at least.
For me personally, the back's doable. I still don't know the setup for left side Diver down with bombs.
All right, waterfall. Gonna have waterfall room and swamp. Just a piece of heart. That's not what we're looking for. Another Goomba stomp by Polar Bear there. It's always fun to just jump from the top of Death Mountain and just see the entirety of Death Mountain whiz by you. All right, Argus now for Sorcerer.
So I guess that'll give us our information on the Final Crystals, wouldn't it?
It would, yes. Well, not necessarily. If Argus is a crystal, then one of Meyer or TR is our pendant.
Gotcha.
Which are the two we're still missing items for. Because, of course.
I'm finally connected again. Good lord.
Alright. Compass against tower. Heck yeah, there's our crystal for Swamp. So, Polar Bear definitely going to need to head to the Graveyard Ledge and find those flippers now. So that is indeed an opportunity for SorcererFinch to make up a little bit of ground here. Polar Bear taking a bit of a coffee break.
Yeah, honestly, with
oh, and well, yeah, okay, there's our information. Turtle Rock is blue pendant, so we need to find the Bombos medallion somewhere.
Maybe Polar Bear will find it here in a second.
Nope.
Or not.
So, I mean, we could still need to find Ice Rod because it could be on Trinex or it could be on Pedestal because gross.
Because why not?
I'm not sure where Sorcerer is going.
It's a Highly Island check, maybe?
Oh, you missed your flight there. There we go. There we go. I think that was a bit of an inverted brain oopsie. So here we go with Lake Hylia. Also, yeah, Polar Bear getting dunked on by a really bad rebound. Yeah, and actually, good point by chat. We haven't found any of the male upgrades either.
Yeah, what a weird speed.
Nothing in the lava chest in Turtle Rock. Half magic from the camper.
Love the bunny spray for the Celeste sprite.
Yep.
The opera scene.
Yep. Small key to Skullwoods. Gross. All that work for nothing much useful. All right,
Nice
so
use the Mario block.
Waterfall Fairy, just a little bit of love. All right. Oh, she's still missing a check in Palace of Darkness, I think.
We're missing Harmless Hellway.
I believe so, yes. Yep, she's beelining right for Harmless. Which I don't think we saw from Sorcerer either? Question mark.
Not to my knowledge.
Oh, big chest. Which is Blue Mail. Nice. Not exactly progression. And, you know, since both of our runners have, like, 14 plus hearts, not... Like, it's not bad, but it's, yeah, at this point, you're just kind of like, oh, cool. Thanks. Yeah.
That's what I've always wanted.
Yep. Alright, so... we need to find Bombos. Finch is going to go to ice and pick up the cornucopia of items within, including both bows. And Polar Bear finally making the play to Graveyard Ledge here. Going to get her flippers.
Alright, those flippers in hand, I imagine she's just gonna book it to Swamp House. Have we seen Kingstown?
I thought we had... No, we hadn't, because boots were in ice. That's a big key to Misery Mire. So that doesn't help us at all. I mean, it helps, but it's not as helpful as we need right now. Because obviously we do need that. We do need that key. We just we just kind of need the key to get in to use that key first. That key is big and round and has a swirly on it. So it's a key that Umbrella Corporation would be proud of, actually. It's not shaped like a key at all. Oh, yes, sorry. Ganstower Big Key has been found by both runners. It was in Dark Cross in Hyrule Castle.
Or we're talking about convoluted keys. The shape-changing key from Metal Gear Solid 1.
Yes.
Sorcerer's being put through the ringer by the conveyor belt room.
Yeah. It happens. Actually, where was Samaria at? Because Sorcerer still doesn't have it.
Charter Rock big chest.
Oh yeah, because it was that hashtag, yeah, just inverted things. Okay. So at this point, we just really need to find that Bombos medallion. And hope we don't find Ice Rod before we find Bombos, because ew.
Unless you're into that sort of thing.
In which case, might I refer to you to this gif of Michael Jordan saying, "Stop it, get some help."
Trust me, it's a lot more fun on the other side when you're not like racing.
True. I just might also be a little bit sensitive because I just got off of one of those types of seeds where it's fun to watch, but it is soul crushing to play. Yeah, bringing up a good point. Oh, she's skipping left side swamp here.
Oh boy.
For now, at least.
I think when you're this pressed for checks, I think
Yeah.
skipping checks might not be a great
Yeah,
idea when you're
this
this
is
pressed.
spicy. This is spicy to me, yeah.
Because like early on, maybe you can afford to make a skip like that, but when you're this up against the wall,
Yeah. And as JD Silvergun points out, she may come to regret not scumming those Turtle Rock keys. Also pointing out, rightfully, she might go back in once she clears the dungeon and realizes, okay, I still have a couple items left, and the rest of these items didn't help. All right, so Sorcerer about to well, both runner the crystal gap is going to stay exactly the same because both runners going to pick up a crystal here. Pretty decent cold stare fight by SorcererFinch there. And almost simultaneous crystals. Nicely done. Oh, she's leaving.
oh boy.
Oh no. Lake Hylia? Question mark?
I think we saw like Kylie had arrows, I think.
Oh, yep, you're right. We did. Oh, she's gonna
Oh, boy.
clean up like waterfall here, yeah, because she has flippers now. We have seen progression on Desert Green Pendant already today on Zelda Speedruns. So if we get that in back-to-back races, oh gosh. Yeah, the 1 hour 46-minute Saha check, you know, as you do. Oh, that mirror bonk looked rather painful. All right.
I'm having to rely on my phone for a lot of this because my connection is not agreeing with me.
All right. All right. Polar bear swamp portal into the light world. Oh boy. Oh, we haven't seen Pyramid Fairy.
Oh,
Big
no, we
bomb
have
play
not.
coming out. Big bomb play coming from Polar Bear Bunny here. Cat, I assumed this was done. So did at least one of your commentators. Because I'd completely forgotten this was the thing.
Yeah, so did I.
Oh, there it is. And that is
Excellent,
going to
excellent.
be go mode.
No
Polar
ice
bear
raw
here.
shenanigans today.
Yep. So Polar Bear gonna have Meyer here. Yeah, does not get punished for the late left side swamp squip. Try saying that 5 times fast because I didn't manage to do it once. Just needs to clean up Meyer here. And then head over to Ganon's Tower, which is perched precariously on top of Hyrule Castle. Sorcerer, meanwhile, doing battle with Helmassar King. Gonna pick up his 5/6 crystal. And this, again, probably another case of being newer to Inverted. Has not done Eastern. Oh, he left the portal. Okay.
Oh,
Left the portal in front of Palace of Darkness.
yeah, honestly, there's no real particular reason to do one or the other at this point.
Fortunately, going back in to clean up the right side checks here. And a very quick, vitreous fight. Silvers make quick work of Vidi, to be sure.
Oh yeah, those silver arrows, it's GG too easy.
Yep. And that is going to be 7 crystals for Polar Bear. If this weren't Key Sanity, we'd be playing a game right about now, but unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on your point of view, it is. So we've already found that... Go ahead, sorry.
You can always make a guess between 1 and 212.
Sure. I mean, I'm not going all the way back to the VOD to count how many checks were made before somebody went to Dark Cross, but, you know, you do you.
Alright, check number 56.
Yeah.
I won.
All right. So into they don't pay me enough to do that. You're getting paid? What?
I want to get paid.
All right. Ganon's Tower open and up we go because we have all the keys we need.
Yeah, 15 hearts, blue mail, silver arrows. This will be a nice little jaunt through Ganon's Tower.
Yep.
SorcererFinch found that half magic at some point, didn't he?
Yeah. Where was that?
Good question.
Goodness gracious. Because I feel like we called it out, too.
I remember you doing that, yeah.
Oh, it was at the camper. That's right.
Okay, yeah. Hobo.
Because I think that was also at a point where Sorcerer still had flipper advantage. So I was a little bit concerned that he was going to find, you know, one of the items we were concerned about, Bombos and Ice Rod, at that point.
But I always appreciate reference cloud, so good job. That's a musical reference. My musical tastes are rooted firmly in the 70s.
Yeah. So that's going to be a reference to the Red Hot Chili Peppers, who rose to fame in the late 80s and early 90s. Although they are still playing and are actually starting a worldwide stadium tour with the release of a new album earlier this year.
Very nice.
We'd play a sample, but then we'd get DMCA'd. We'd both be fired. Bad times all around. So instead, let's just continue to admire this climb up Ganon's Tower. And also thank our team behind the scenes here at ZSR, including our tracker, Lady Laura Linda, doing an amazing job of reminding us when we've missed something because we were memeing too hard, and by we, I mean me, Westside Vandal. Thank you to my co-com, Lucian, for picking up some of the slack, as it were. And thank you to our runners for allowing us to commentate over this. Nice little, nice Gan Sour Small.
Samaria was on the big chest of Turtle Rock. Also, want to thank everyone for bearing with me, because I have not had a stable internet connection most of the time. It was stable enough to be able to talk, but I have not actually seen the race in real time for roughly half the game. I've been using my phone to watch it.
Oof. But, yeah, Sorcerer not having Samaria again just again feels like oh hey, that's the thing you can do in inverted. Oops. On to the geometry wars for Polar Bear. Wow.
Yeah, like you were saying earlier.
This is an Agatu pattern. Yeesh.
Yeah, like you were saying earlier, when Polar Bear passed by checkerboard, it could be just familiar with some of the oddities of inverted mode.
One thing that's not a quirk of inverted is bad Agatu patterns, and this is definitely one of them. Good gracious. Polar Bear does finally get that 6th hit in, though. And it's on to the big pig fight. 2 bottles, blue mail, 15 hearts now, although only 11 and a half of those currently are full. Butter sword and silvers. This shouldn't be that difficult of a fight.
Nah, like 2 minutes tops.
Sorcerer gonna get one piece of the puzzle he's missing here with the bombos on waterfall, but that's probably gonna be about what he gets to before Polar finishes up. As we are already on phase 3, just gotta deal with the teleporting pig. There's 2 hits. Ganon heard me complaining from 10 minutes in the past. Alright. Oh no, Silver, his one true weakness. Getting a hit in before going for the torch glitch. Okay. I mean, again, 2 potions, at least one of which is blue that I'm aware of. It's a triple! Polar Bear just like, I'm done with this seed. Get out of my face, Ganon. And as long as she survives the most dangerous 1x3 bridge in all of Hyrule, she's going to go ahead and take this race down. Get those GGs out in chat for Polar Bear, who does, in fact, finish in first place with an official racetime.gg time of 2 hours and 5 seconds. And the timing did just so happen to work out to where Sorcerer did see that and offer a forfeit. So get your GGs out to both in chat, and we will be pulling them in for an interview here shortly.
I try. A GG to both our racers.
Okay. Who are joining us in the commentary booth now. GGs to both of you, Polar Bear Bunny and Sorcerer.
GG.
Thank you, GG's.
That was an experience.
Can you tell that was my first inverted?
Yeah, you both had a couple of moments where we were sitting here in the booth going, this feels like somebody that hasn't quite learned all of the inverted quirks yet by heart.
I did my best.
No, it's fine. Like we were saying here in the booth during the race, inverted is just kind of one of those modes where if you're not ready for it, if you don't have that experience with it, there are some things it can do to you that kind of mess with your brain a little bit. And honestly, even as somebody who's run, maybe a bit more inverted than the standard person, I wouldn't say it's one of my favorite modes. I still get tripped up by it. Polar Bear, you had a moment where you were right there at checkerboard a few times and didn't do it because you were in Light World, which that one is probably something I would do. Is checkerboard? Oh wait, no, I'm in Light World. I can't do that, and just leave it alone.
I meant to do it like. So I don't play with a map tracker, and for inverted, I probably should. But like, I forgot like every single place like that you can go in the Light World without mirror to checkerboard. Like, I forgot about Graveyard Ledge. I could have done that a long time ago. Like, I don't know. I forgot K45 when I did the shovel. Like, I forgot all of it.
Yeah, and again, for somebody for people who are new to inverted, that Cane of Samaria is in probably one of the rudest spots it can be in for somebody new to inverted.
Yeah.
It was in the Turtle Rock big chest.
Yeah, sorry, it was in the big chest. I said it was in Crystal Roller, but yeah, it was in the big chest.
It's around that area.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Basically.
It's in a chest that you would normally need the Cane of Samaria to get to. So
right, and yeah, because I've got the here are the changes from regular to inverted. Here are the things that are in inverted, and yeah, that I felt like I was just climbing the mountain and reclimbing the mountain and redodging the Lionels, like with no sword because I don't know. Polar Bear, was your first sword on the mountain or was it checkerboard?
It was the mountain. Checkerboard was my last sword, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, so that was my first sword, checkerboard, and then it's like, oh my goodness, this feels good. And then I forgot to use the sword that I just gotten because it had been, I don't know, did it take like 45 minutes for me to make it to the Light World or something like that? Like, yeah, I just couldn't find, I couldn't find magic. And then it's like, oh yeah, that one place in the Skull Woods, the refill room. Right. Should probably go there.
Yeah, I don't blame you at all. Yeah, I'm especially like that with like late boots. I forget that I have them if it's been so long. Yeah, best place to get magic. I think I got magic off of a drop off of an enemy early in the game, and then there's some bushes outside of the brewery that are 50/50 bomb bushes. So those are also pretty good to check out and inverted, I guess.
Sorcerer actually was making use of those bomb ones, I believe. Actually, was it Sorcerer? Yeah, it was you. Yeah.
Yeah, it just took me then a second to like, okay, I've got to because I'd forgotten about the left-hand bush that also gives a bomb. So like, yeah. I think the first time through, like I checked the one just south of brewery. It's like, okay, nothing there. Let me just keep on going. Oh, wait, hold on. I need bombs for Hype Cave as well. So like, I think I found a bomb in Thieves Town, went back. It's like, oh, wait a second. I remember like this all this time ago. Like, yeah, there's another one over to the left that you just don't think about, like, because you're usually good on bombs by that point, but.
Yeah, you never see that bush. And, like, we technically, because we got $50 in Link's house, we technically could have, like, fluted to 2 and bought 10 bombs from the shop there. But it's also, like, you really don't want to give up your 50 rupees that fast.
Right, like, and I could be misspeaking, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't inverted one where like, hey, yeah, go first thing you do is go to the arrow game, but it felt like we got money.
Yeah, I don't do arrow game personally because I am bad at it, but so I avoid it as much as I can. But it was definitely something you could have done for sure.
I don't think I've ever seen a seed telegraph, a key sanity seed telegraph that hard to go to pod early.
Yeah.
Right? Like 4 keys?
It's like, oh, here, I have your 4 keys. And then maybe 5. I can't remember, but I feel like the 5th one was really soon after
Yeah.
I had left.
I think it was in pod. The 5th one was in pod.
Or yeah. And then I was mad because I've done this before in Inverted when I've done like practice seeds, just completely forgotten that Hype Cave exists. And it had the lamp this time, and I was like, oh, it probably wants me to get something out of Dark Maze. This seed, this seed, that wasn't true, but other seeds would be important.
Yeah, we've had some interesting seeds, I think, in this group. Group 5, if we're going with Roman numerals.
I like that. Yeah, group 5.
Yeah. Group R's had a few humdingers as well.
Is that your group, Les?
Yeah. Yeah, including the one that preceded this race.
Yeah, that one was it was an experience.
Yeah.
You know, I think
so if you haven't had your fill of randomizer just completely breaking a runner's spirit yet, might I suggest watching the previous race's VOD? But that is enough about my race. Good job to both of you. Well done. Dealing with some of the curveballs this seed decided to throw, because we were sitting up here in the booth just kind of going, where's this seed going for most of it. And both of us also just completely blanked on Pyramid Fairy for the longest time as well. So once Polar Bear went for the bomb, we both had that moment of, oh.
Honestly, I was kind of expecting Pyramid Fairy to not be anything, just because it was locked behind the Thieves Town small key, which I still didn't have, and I think it has to be on Left Side Swamp. I don't know that there's anywhere else it could have been. But like me forgetting
Left Side
those-
Swamp had the desert big key.
Oh.
So
Sounds small.
yeah, maybe I'll mirror out and see, okay, what was actually in desert, because I think I checked the one chest that I could and noped out.
Yeah, I just checked the map chest and left because I didn't have either the big or the small key. But like going to Pyramid Fairy, I was like, this probably is nothing, just because I don't have the Thieves Town Small and I don't know where that is.
Well, Thieves Town Small wouldn't have locked Pyramid though. The only thing you need the Thieves Town Small key is the Thieves Town big chest.
Oh, right, and that's not where necessarily, I guess, where the
Yeah, but you could use the small key, right?
You could, yes, but the logic does not account for that. The logic will always assume that the randomizer's logic will never let you do that. Is how I would put it. Like key stealing like that.
It would assume that I use the key in the worst way possible, which would be to open that big chest door with the small key. So it would make the small key available somewhere.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Sorry.
I used it good, but the randomizer assumes that you use it badly.
I had it backwards. You're right. I apologize. I had it backwards.
No, it's okay. Yeah, these
I think it's because you're just so used, as a randomizer player, you're so used to using that key to do what you did that you kind of forget that. Oh yeah, that is technically a key steal. Which, by the way, sorcerer,
Yeah.
you stole that Skull Woods small real early, and me and Lucian were up here. We're up here just going, oh no.
Yeah, because
that can be bad.
I was like, well, shoot. I always think, okay, Skull Woods, there's always going to be like an inopportune Skull Woods key, like wherever you least expect it, and it's not showing up. And it's not showing up.
Yeah.
Oh.
But at least
Sweating bullets intensifies. Although I will admit that I was a bit more concerned immediately because my brain, for some reason, was like, you need that small key to get to the back for what ended up being Castle Tower key into Hammer.
Oh my god.
And for some reason, my brain was like, you need the small key to get to that Castle Tower small key. But no, you just needed the fire rod to get to it, so...
Yeah, but getting the magic for the fire rod's a whole different issue. And then I think I tried to... Well, actually, I remember, like... Then it's like, okay, I got some magic. Let me go to Ice Palace. Why... if I could tell you what was going through my head, I don't even know what was going through my head.
Again, and this
let me just use all my magic.
This is just kind of a sign of how badly Inverted was messing with me, even as an experienced runner. I didn't even question you going to Ice Palace until 20 or 30 minutes later, I finally realized, oh wait, we didn't have flippers for that.
Yeah, that was the logic. Like I did the fake flipper just fine. That part was great.
I was thinking that too. I was like, where the heck are the flippers? This seed definitely wants me to go to Ice Palace, but it didn't for a while, and then I just avoided the flippers because I forgot about them.
Yeah, let's talk about Ice Palace.
Ice Palace was... I think it helped me a lot with information, I'll say.
Information and items, like, both bows and...
Yeah,
the bows were nice.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess I didn't have a lot more to check anyway, but, like, I was like, okay, I know that, the flippers are not on Helma nor on Armos Knights. They're not on the right side pod. And it also kind of gave me the feeling, because I think I had the map already, but I hadn't checked it. Like, it gave me the feeling that Swamp was definitely the crystal versus Mire TR. Like, I don't know, there's not really a reason for it, but it helped give me, like, faith that TR was going to be my last pendant, and not Mire or Swamp.
Fair.
Yeah, for a while it seemed like we might have had a good old fashioned ice rod hunt going.
Yeah, I was like, there's just no way. Like, I don't know. It just...
And that still persisted even after we found out, oh hey, TR is our pendant, because there's still a couple locations we may need to check for that bombos that require the ice rod.
Yeah, that was definitely possible, as far as I knew.
Yeah, plus it sounded like it was already a loaded TR, what with the cane and the boots, which would have been real nice. But now I know, and for the next inverted seed that I do, like I'll be able to think, hold on, I can just jump halfway through Turtle Rock and we're good.
Yep.
Yeah, and very often it wants you to do that. Like that's a very common inverted thing, is wanting you to go to Laser Bridge or TR Big Chest or Chain Chomps or something. Kind of the same as cross keys, which I do play cross keys a lot more than inverted, but kind of the same thing. It felt like a very cross keys type TR.
Yeah, one thing in inverted mode going forward, like if you can finesse it, you can get by with just the key to get the trident if you play it right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking that too. I was considering not spending my key to go to Laser Bridge, but then I was like, there's a chance it's the pendant, and I will probably get another TR key. So I just did it. Rather than walking all the way back around the mountain and jumping down to go to the Laser Bridge, which was my other option.
And that's an option, and it's a long. Man, that's one of the things that that really struck me. Just you do a lot of walking on Death Mountain and Dark Death Mountain. You really do want to try to minimize those trips, huh?
Yeah, it seems like inverted. It's almost just kind of you have to do like 5 trips around. Like there's no optimal way to do it, which is good. It's like reassuring because I'm like, okay, I haven't been doing it wrong this whole time, but it's also like, Jesus, can we just have it better, please?
It can still it can be the right play and still feel bad.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and you can also watch, other wonderful seeds like this one and the previous one on Zelda Speedruns.
Indeed. And I think that's as good a cue as any. Do we have any other closing remarks for this seed before we send this race to bed?
I apologize to my group for breaking the dream of a 4-way tie for 3-3. But best of luck, Polar Bear Bunny, in the rest of the group, and good luck to the rest of my group mates. And yeah, GG.
All right. Yeah, that does put you in a pretty strong position to advance to brackets there, Polar, with that win, putting you at 3-1 in the group. So congrats to that.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I didn't really know what to expect out of this group, but I've been having a lot of fun. Great people, Finch, Professor Render, and Rob's, both, or all 3, really nice guys. So
Yeah.
It's been fun.
Yeah, and that's really what the Challenge Cup is about. It's just getting people who may not otherwise be able to participate in the main tournament some tournament-like experience, and iron sharpens iron, as it were. So, all right, you two,
Get some of those
good. Oops, go ahead, Lucian. Sorry.
I was like, help get some of those tournament jitters out.
Yeah, for sure.
I think this is like my 3rd Challenge Cup, and like I've been in League for a few seasons now. Trust me, they never go away. It's just dealing with them becomes a little bit easier. So yeah.
Yeah, thanks, team. Thanks, runners. GG's to y'all. So just real quick, coming up on ZSR, tomorrow night at 8 p.m., we got a Zelda 2 Max Rando lower bracket finals between Trails and Jay Coper. And then later that night at 10 p.m., we have the Zelda 2 Randomizer Weekly. Stay tuned for that. Everybody have a good night. I'll get a raid going. Looks like we're going to be raiding Koi Stream, so stand by for that.
All right, GG, everyone. Have a great night.
What he said.